aka me, because Sparky is watching the new Star Wars movie. Meanwhile, for the next match, Sparky is actually playing. So, yeah. I'm gonna be commentating alone for both of the matches. Sparky rescheduled his own match to the third slot just so he could go and watch the Star Wars movie because his boss bought him a ticket to the fucking movie. I wish I had a boss that would buy me a ticket to the new Star Wars movie. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because then I would have to watch it in Russian language, and I don't want to. I prefer everything in its original language. I just hate dubs. But yeah, Sinamer versus ououterr, and so the match is about to begin now. We have the first round. The objective is thrown. We have Freak Round with ×10 and a wrench. Alright, we have ×10 on the very first round here, so... Alright, both of the players are taking relatively safe characters, just to not utilize the OP speedy characters too early, because, well, there's clearly no reason to take any good characters here, since ×10 alone just evens out the characters to the point where it doesn't matter which one you pick. Not counting Melting and Skeleton, of course, and technically Frog. So yeah, both of the players decide to go with Crystal here, which is a pretty good pick. Hey, Bin. Alright, okay. Laser Pistol start with Laser Brain as the first mutation for both of them. So they already have a weapon of insane damage output. So they don't really have to care about that anymore. Yes, fat lasers. Fat. They're not only fat, but they're really really strong. Yes, as demonstrated by Sinamer taking out Big Dog in measly 3 shots. And Lucky Shot ×10, so they're gonna be... Sinamer is gonna be getting ammo every kill now. Not necessarily the kind of ammo he needs, but considering that every kill is gonna give him ammo, he's probably gonna get the right ammo at some point. So you could just say that's infinite ammo, for the most part. Finds a cursed Seeker Pistol and decides to take it? With that laser pistol of his, he doesn't need a second weapon, especially if it's a cursed weapon, like the Seeker Pistol, which really is just not a good weapon to take as a cursed one here, so... Yeah, it's kind of a wonky pick here. He's never gonna be using the Seeker Pistol anyway, and it's also cursed. So if he finds something that's gonna be insanely powerful for him, he's not even gonna be able to utilize it, since his weapon is cursed. Right, and contrary to ououterr, Sinamer actually takes Burning Veins here. Oh, and ououterr, inside the patience that Sinamer skipped, he finds Rhino Skin. He finds Rhino Skin, so he's now basically invincible. He has 50 HP. So, that's a lot of HP. 40 HP from Rhino Skin, and of course the 10 HP from being Crystal. Oh, ououterr finds Hostile Horror. Swiftly takes him out though. Actually, I'm not sure if he even took it out. I think he just left. But yeah, Sinamer starting the Little Hunter fight now. And ououterr as well. There we go. Little Hunter should prove to be rather easy for both of these players. Yes, there we go. Both of them killed him. So ououterr actually fell behind Sinamer by a slight margin on the Crystal Caves. But now, because of being able to enter into the vault, ououterr actually caught up to Sinamer. And even though Sinamer... Actually, Sinamer is not even with a lead here. Oh, ououterr. Oh, Laser Mini with Laser Brain that Sinamer didn't end up getting. I think it may have been in the big chest that ououterr got, because I saw that Sinamer only got a small one. But yeah, Sinamer isn't even ahead. It's just that ououterr has quite a bit of stream delay. So it seemed like he was behind, when in reality, when looking at the in-game time, he was actually ahead. So yeah. Oh, and a plasma cannon for ououterr. That's even better. Though, I'm not sure if this is actually gonna matter here or not, because I mean, I feel like with a laser minigun, he's probably gonna... Actually, no. He can pre-shoot the plasma cannon as the throne wakes up, so the plasma cannon is actually good here. So Sinamer gets the throne now, also took extra feet. But ououterr does have the in-game time advantage here. So ououterr is probably gonna be the one winning this round, just because he activated throne a bit sooner. And let's see if ououterr pre-shoots with the plasma cannon. No, that's not where you shoot. No! Oh, it's so... Oh, just fucking one-shot the throne, alright. There we go. ououterr just one-shots the throne and sits. Yeah, well... Yep, he wins with in-game time by 11 seconds. Yeah, throne just gets fucking deleted. So, ououterr takes the first round. Largely because of weapon advantages. So Sinamer didn't get a big chest which had a laser minigun, and he also didn't get the big chest with a plasma cannon inside of it. I think he either didn't get the second big chest, or maybe he was just damned by his secret pistol. Again, even if it wasn't even the secret pistol pick that fucked him over, it still was a very bad pick here. Because as you can see, he never ended up using secret pistol even once in the entire run. I'll stream in a bit, so I'll be leaving soon. Stressless daily though, big sad. Is it stressless? No, it's got like perfect 9. Look. Oh, it is stressless. There's spa instead of stress. Yikes, that's horrible. Yikes. Oh. Hey. It opened in the wrong fucking thing. Anyway. Second round starts now. Crown of Risk, no active, and a golden screwdriver. Crown of Risk is always saddening to see. But no active, so... Both of the players decide to go with Robot here. Which is a pretty positive character on speedruns. You don't need his active on speedruns, but you still get benefits from his passive. Which is why he's a pretty good pick on no active. Since the main reason that Robot... Ooh, ououterr with the early death and Oasis. The main reason that Robot actually is a speed character is just because of his passive. His active doesn't matter at all here, so that's why he's a good pick on no active. Ooh, ououterr dying, trying to get into Oasis. Top 3 jungle has brain. Yikes. Alright, Sinamer with the... What? Sinamer with a plasma gun? Just because of being Robot, he actually ended up getting a plasma gun. That's pretty good. Especially with that laser brain of his and the last wish as well. That's pretty good. So ououterr is now falling behind quite greatly. Just those 2 deaths early on are already putting him at a big disadvantage here. With Sinamer already being in Frozen City. Let's see though, will Sinamer go into jungle or not? With such a clumsy, unstable ammo and health situation. Yeah, he's doubting. Oh. He was thinking for so long, but he ended up not going there. He also ends up getting an Assault Slugger, which is pretty amazing for him. But yeah, he was taking so long to decide on that jungle. And it's honestly understandable at that point. I mean, you could go to the jungle and just save a lot of time, but also his health situation was just so bad. He would be on 1 HP entering the jungle, and also he wouldn't be on that good of an ammo situation either. So it would have been really dangerous for him to enter. While ououterr just about to enter Frozen City. Right, so Sinamer is fighting Little Hunter right now, but it should be basically a breeze. Yeah, there we go. The Assault Slugger is just such a good weapon against Little Hunter. You only really need 2 shots. Did you see my yesterday death in the daily? No, I don't keep track of dailies at all. Alright, so Sinamer's going pretty clean here. Ooh, going into labs only with Assault Slugger ammo though. That's gonna be potentially very bad for him. Only having the Assault Slugger as his weapon for labs. I'm gonna watch that clip in 5 years. After the matches. Still not getting any ammo for his plasma gun, which is the only weapon that can clear the slabs effectively for him. The Assault Slugger and Sluggers in general, except for maybe somewhat the... Oh no! He's running out of ammo on his main gun, so he has to pick up a disc gun. The disc gun coming in clutch. If not for the disc gun, he would be dead here. So ououterr actually doesn't have the Assault Slugger, interestingly enough. But instead of that, he has an auto shotgun, which is going to be pretty damn useful for him. So despite being behind by so much, ououterr is actually managing to come back here. He's already on the same level as Sinamer, and Sinamer ran out of ammo, and it's another disc gun. It's a second disc gun. If only he kept the disc gun in his hands, he would have gotten a different weapon there. Potentially an amazing weapon, in fact. Oh no, but ououterr also ran out of ammo. ououterr also needs to go for the disc gun. But yeah, as I was gonna say, despite being behind by a very large margin, ououterr actually managed to almost catch up. Never mind, literally catch up here to Sinamer, just because of going into jungle and Sinamer having a terrible labs. Though, alright, okay, I didn't expect this, but both of the players end up having to go here with their disc guns, but never mind. There we go, ououterr finds a heavy grenade launcher and a heavy slugger right away as well. That is just amazing. Both of these weapons are absolutely amazing for throne runs. Especially when you get them near the throne itself. The heavy slugger is just so good at killing throne, and the heavy nade is very good at clearing palace as well. So is the heavy slugger, of course. ououterr with the wonky situations. Oh my god, almost got hit by that ball. We're back to non-disc gun. Yes. Thank goodness. Goodness in what the fuck? English. Yeah, thank goodness indeed. But there we go. ououterr already gets to the throne with an auto grenade shotgun and a heavy slugger. So he's probably gonna be using the heavy slugger here in the beginning, unless he gets pushed back by the throne shots. So yeah, Sinamer in a very tight spot here, because the only chance for him to win this now is for ououterr to die, which is pretty much impossible at this point. And Sinamer has vastly worse weapons as well. And yeah, there we go. ououterr utilizes the heavy slugger. Oh, loses the spirit. He was indeed pushed back by the throne shots, but he ends up killing the throne anyway. There we go. 531. Solid time. Sinamer says that he is probably retarded. I don't know why would he say that. I mean, it was a wonky labs, but not only for Sinamer, so it was for ououterr as well. The labs was just horrible for both the players there. Unfortunate weapons. Even though ououterr did actually enter labs with an auto shotgun, which was way better for him. But yeah. That said though, I can actually see why Sinamer would say that, even though I do not agree with that, obviously. Sinamer, he was winning in this round by such a big lead. He was... Oh, Bin the second. This is so epic. Thanks for the host. But yeah, Sinamer was winning by such a huge lead, but then that Labs just tripped him over, and ououterr managed to come back with the jungle pick. And in the end, ououterr snitched the win away from Sinamer. Alright, so the third and the last throne round starts. We have Crown of Curses with Fade Web and Bloodhammer. Crown of Curses is pretty nice. Fade Web is not that important. Bloodhammer is actually pretty nice. Bloodhammer is honestly not that bad on speedruns. Only important when it kills you. That's Fade Weapon. The Fade Weapon doesn't really change the run that much, frankly. You still end up getting the same guns. It's just, it adds a very slight percentage that you will die from the gun. That's really unlikely. Yes, this is Kara Blaster's soundtrack. What was the name of the creator of both of the games? Was it Pixel or something? I can't remember. I think it was Pixel. Like, I literally forgot his name. Or nickname. Alright, there we go. Oh, ououterr actually goes for patience on the first pick and ends up getting stressed that way. Meanwhile, Sinamer took Laser Brain and then got stress. Interesting. Very different picks here. ououterr ends up getting Boiling Veins there instead of, well, technically instead of Laser Brain, which in reality, Laser Brain was probably the better pick here for Sinamer. That is, assuming if he actually finds an energy weapon. But that is pretty likely. Ooh, Flag Cannon for Sinamer, pretty good. I see, so I was right. It is Pixel. Oh, it's a Cursed Flag Cannon. Alright, not so good then, but that's still a good pick here. And in general, that's just a good weapon to have. Flag Cannon is very solid. But ououterr progresses to the next level faster. Despite not having picked up that Flag Cannon, Sinamer is actually behind now. Well, what I wanted to say is that despite not having picked up that Flag Cannon, ououterr is now ahead. But not by too much. When are you gonna make points to sub to be 6942? Or, I mean, 420? There's no points to sub. There's only points to unlock an emote. And highlight a message. Ooga. Booga. Alright, and so ououterr already gets to 5-3. And so does Sinamer, following up. ououterr gets here by roughly 10 seconds faster, so he's in a slight lead here. With a very clean little hunter fight as well. Very nice. Sinamer, not so much of a clean fight though. Ends up having to waste a lot of time on Little Hunter. Meanwhile, ououterr just takes the lead astronomically. But there we go. Sinamer did take the Little Hunter out finally. There's a big chest for Sinamer that could have some fate-changing weapons. Ah, but it does not. It is but a heavy crossbow. Yeah, you gotta make your decisions fast when you open a big chest. All three of those weapons are gonna explode. Oh, there's a heavy nade launcher though. Oh, but he lets the heavy nade explode. No. Letting that heavy nade explode was a very big mistake by Sinamer here. The heavy nade honestly isn't even that bad at clearing labs, and it's just so much better than the heavy crossbow, which is way faster. And I'm pretty sure it does more damage than a heavy bolt does as well. Yeah, exactly, note. And also, just if subbing for points was actually a thing, then that would just be broken. And that would just be insanely... What would be the way to say the opposite of beneficial? unbeneficial. It would be a very bad thing for Twitch to do. Money-wise, they would just... Detrimental? I don't think detrimental would quite work here. I guess, yeah, well, I guess it would be detrimental for Twitch to make subbing for points a thing. But yeah, outerr is still taking the lead here. Both of them finding a cursed hyper rifle in the labs. Sinamer goes with double cursed. Finds another cursed chest, nothing there. Yeah, exactly. They'll just go bankrupt in one day. Especially if the streamers would set the price very low. Sinamer running low in ammo though. outerr finds himself an eraser. Eraser is pretty nice. Oh, those open mind plays. Oh my god, the open mind plays gave him a super slugger. I'm not sure if that was the open mind. I'm not sure if that was the open mind chest or not. But if that was the chest from open mind, that just gave him a fucking super slugger. Alright, never mind. Okay. Wait. So it was. Cause. Oh. Because there was two cursed chests. One of them had the toxic bow. And the other one had the super slugger. But Sinamer only got the one that had the super slugger for outerr. But there was a toxic bow for him. Holy shit. The open mind play for outerr literally gave him the victory here. But even then, even if he wouldn't have gotten that super slugger, he would have won. But even then, that's so fucking cool. The open mind pick here was just so good. And in general, actually, a lot of people underestimate open mind on speedruns. Open mind can really change the fate of a speedrun very quickly. Just like here. Especially if you do end up picking up kind of curses along the run. Which you usually do end up doing, because going to vaults is, once again, usually faster. But there we go. outerr takes the third win now. 3-0. Sinamer in a pinch right now. Has to win 4 in a row to come back here. Will he be able to do it? We shall find out now. Free crown with limit fire and grenade shotgun. That is absolutely horrible. Limit fire for the first captain round. Always saddening to see. I mean, limit fire in general is just a very annoying mod to play with. I just absolutely hate it. But yeah, we have free crown here with a grenade shotgun. So outerr decides to go with crown of death here, because that makes the grenade shotgun quite a bit stronger. Sinamer to Winamer. Wow. outerr seems to be winning this round. As I was commentating the match, my coffee got cold, and I am now sad. I am so sad. I have not been this sad since... since when I lost my first 2 tournaments. outerr deciding to go with plant here. Quite a ballsy pick here. I mean, oh, and so does Sinamer. Alright. outerr did end up using his ice pick though. And ice is usually the more comfortable character for limit fire. And outerr actually used it up in one of the first rounds, I believe. Oh, never mind. No. outerr did end up taking Crystal in the first round anyway. He was gonna pick Ice, but he picked Crystal. So, outerr does technically have the Ice pick here, which would be a safer and potentially slightly better pick here for Limit Fire. But yeah, both of the players decide to go with Plant here. Plant is one of the meta speedrun characters, but going with such a speedy, dangerous character here might prove to be quite a danger for them. Oh, outerr explodes himself. Early death from outerr once again. Just like what we saw in the second round, where ououterr died 2 times in the beginning and then caught up to Sinamer because of Sinamer tripping up in a certain level. We may see that again. Who knows? Right, ououterr decides to go with Bolt Marrow here. Could have gone for extra feed, which would have been really epic. Plant with limit fire, extra feed, hell yeah. But yeah, both of the players end up taking Bolt Marrow here, which is a pretty good pick, considering that they do have a crossbow. Alright, Sinamer finds a cursed heavy crossbow and decides to just yoink into the cursed caves, right? Just like that. I can almost agree with that. I mean, heavy crossbow will clear up through the cursed caves relatively fast. So, even though the cursed caves are still going to be slower than normal ones, he might actually not lose too much time, especially if the big chest ends up giving him something good. That's a good one, Ben. Only Ice mains would understand. Ice main problems. Hashtag. Sinamer finds a super splinter gun and does end up taking it. That's good-ish. I would almost want to just take the heavy crossbow instead of the super splinter. Even though the super splinter is technically the better pick here, I just feel like, I don't know, there's something about the heavy crossbow that is just way more useful and comfortable to use on pre-loop. Especially pre-loop Frozen City. I would say that in Frozen City, the heavy crossbow is definitely better than the super splinter. Despite the super splinter almost looking like just the better weapon overall. But yeah, even though Sinamer was going through cursed caves, ououterr is now actually catching up. And as I said in the beginning of this round, we might see ououterr coming back from a trip up in the beginning once again. And that's exactly what happened. Sinamer decided to go to cursed caves, which did waste him quite a bit of time, which allowed ououterr to more or less catch up here. But without the Gamma Guts that Sinamer had, entering this vault is gonna prove rather difficult for ououterr here. Slowly prying himself open into that vault. Will he get it or not? Oh, Sinamer gets shot in the back by Little Hunter, but gets a half pack right away. Goes to 4 HP now. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, Sinamer with a pretty dirty Little Hunter fight. We might see ououterr just take the lead here again, because of Sinamer's wonky Little Hunter fight. But we also might not. Who knows? Oh no! ououterr, with the confidence of that last shot finishing Little Hunter, as he knew that was gonna finish him, Little Hunter, just before dying, ends up giving his last breath of a shot, which finishes ououterr as he was going to clear out the rest of the level. Unfortunate for ououterr, was just way too hasty there. He was hurrying way too much, and it ended up being his downfall. Oh, and ououterr once again dying in the Oasis. Now he's starting to trip up everywhere. It is always the first death that sets it in motion. You only need to die once for it all to go downhill. But yeah, Sinamer now has a chance to come back here. At least take the very first round for himself. Super Bazonga? Bazonga Balanga? Alright, Sinamer just straight up goes for it. Quite the pick right here. I mean, oh, but he finds Boiling Veins. Alright, never mind. That's just godly now. Yeah, that was gonna be a pretty dangerous pick for Sinamer here. But he ended up getting that Boiling Veins right away, so it's actually super amazing for him now. There's a Super Slugger right away as well. So many amazing super weapons. I'm wondering, should I keep the prices the same? Because I honestly want to change them. I'm definitely gonna change highlight my message because I don't want it to be that cheap, since people are gonna abuse that shit at some point. Unlock a random sub emote. I might put that at like 500 actually. Alright, so Sinamer with a very, very amazing setup for him right now. Super Bazonga with a Super Splinter Pistol. Super Splinter Pistol! Ooh. ououterr just walks straight into an array of laser crystal shots and gets killed after the timer has ran out. So Sinamer takes this point. Even Sinamer himself says poggers. Yes, this is a captain round. And now we are going into the second captain round. And the last one, of course. So Sinamer takes his first point here. A break point, if you will. So let's see if he can start the comeback in motion. Poggers! 3 more to go. You're like, poggers! 3 more to go. Oof. Yeah, that got really fast for Sinamer at the very end. The Super Bazonga is so... You know what? Super Bazonga sounds awesome. Super Bazonga? I'm gonna rename my Super Bazooka in game to that. Super Bazonga. Alright, so the 5th round starts, aka the second captain round. Oh, Sinamer with the beginning shot. Crown of Haste, which is honestly more or less just pretty nice to have. Curse lightning shotgun. So they have a lightning shotgun that they will not be able to switch off. Lightning shotgun can become good. Oh, Sinamer with the early death and ououterr with the early reset as well. So the round is pretty much reset. But yeah, the lightning shotgun can become pretty good as long as they find 3 core mutations to utilize it, which is a lot, and all 3 of those mutations are very important ones that you usually don't end up getting. Oh, there's one. Alright. So yeah, the 3 mutations, the 3 core mutations is... Oh, no one's shooting the lightning shotgun. I'm disappointed. But yeah, the 3 core mutations for utilizing lightning shotgun are Scary Face, Trigger Fingers, and Laser Brain. The combination of those 3 actually makes it a usable and somewhat good weapon. It's especially gonna melt through labs if they do end up finding Trigger Fingers. They don't even need Laser Brain for labs. Oh, but ououterr explodes on the car. Oof. So ououterr with yet another early death. We've seen this happen more and more. ououterr just dying early on, allowing Sinamer to take the lead. But oh no! Sinamer gets telefragged in the cursed caves as he was going to pick up. No, that's just sad. That is just sad. Damn. Sinamer must be salty right now. Not even salty, just angry. I would have been angry if I would have gotten telefragged in one of the rounds. That's just sad, honestly. Oh, ououterr is having a slight advantage here now. Slight lead. Nothing too substantial yet, though. The lead could definitely switch now. Yeah, it was such a dirty telefrag. He went for the pickup, the ammo drop from the Mimic, and instantly got telefragged as he got close to the pickups. It was just so sad to behold. Sinamer not going for any hot swaps, interestingly enough. That screwdriver was a pretty easy hot swap. A necessary one, I shall agree on that, but it was a hot swap he could have done. Anytime save matters when we were talking about races, and even more so when we were talking about grinding for world records. Alright, Sinamer took revenge on the crystal that ended up telefragging him the last run. He's now back on track. Only ever so slightly behind ououterr. ououterr is about to finish the cursed caves, meanwhile Sinamer basically at the same spot right now. There's a cursed bouncer shotgun. probably not gonna be taking that. There's also a heavy grenade launcher, which would be pretty amazing, but none of the players actually want to take it. They end up playing safe because none of them have bowling lanes, and the next 2 levels also don't have bowling lanes. Alright. Oh, Sinamer goes into jungle, and so does ououterr. Sinamer goes for Gamma Guts, meanwhile ououterr actually goes for Bloodlust. Alright, interesting. Both picks are honestly kinda good here. I can understand both. Guts is a faster mutation here, meanwhile Bloodlust is a safer one. But it's also important to note that safety can most of the time also end up being faster. Oh, but Sinamer! Way too hasty right there. Runs out into a room with his slow shooting weapons and ends up getting swarmed. Absolutely destroyed. Also, yeah, I didn't see that ououterr took the heavy nade. I just assumed he wouldn't take it. But it's really nice that he did. I do like that. I have finished my cold coffee and now I feel miserable. Alright, ououterr killed Little Hunter very swiftly with that heavy nade. Heavy nade is just so satisfying. We in the Russian community call the heavy nade launcher the coconut thrower, which honestly don't know why. I mean, yeah, the projectile is kind of fat, and I guess you could call it a coconut. But it's just such a satisfying weapon to use. Fun fact, I enjoy cold tea instead of boiling hot tea. Well, boiling hot tea is bad, because it's boiling hot tea. But I do prefer hot tea. The kind of hot tea that you can actually drink. I've never had iced tea. Like legitimate iced tea. Not just that kind of bullshit that you get that you buy in bottles. Those don't count. Those aren't even tea, honestly. Like I don't know if it's a thing in like US or something, but we have Lipton here, which make those tea drinks in bottles, but they're like literally just not tea. Right, ououterr also ended up finding an auto crossbow there, but decided to keep the heavy nade launcher. Mildly warm tea. Yeah, mildly warm. I can drink mildly warm tea, but I will still prefer hot tea. Hot tea gets me in the mood. It just kind of shooks me up. I drink a lot of coffee because, well, first of all, I'm kind of a coffee addict, and also I just like coffee because of caffeine, which makes me a bit more riled up. And hot tea kind of has the exact same effect, like not biologically, but just by being hot, it kind of makes me more shook when I drink it, and that's why I like it more. But enough about that. Oh, Sinamer. Unfortunate for Sinamer right there. He ends up exploding himself upon enemies. And just like that, it was after the timer has run out. I'm pretty sure? Question mark? Marction question? Huh? Yes. Well, you hate to see it indeed. But Sinamer loses this match and goes out of the tournament, and ououterr progresses in the losers bracket to fight versus, let's see, who is ououterr gonna fight? Ououterr progresses in the losers bracket to fight the loser of the match 39, which is either Ozravid or Lisonug. Alright, well, GG to ououterr. And press F to pay respect for Sinamer, unfortunately.